Well, in the last episode, I finished all the framing, and then I measured it up and ordered the steel. Well, the steel sheathing for the walls and the roof and the flashing and the trim have all arrived. Well, before we get stuck into all that steel work, let's catch up with Mr. Speckles, our rooster, and his hens. Well, you may not hear it, but in the background, Mrs. Rover is laughing because that hen that was on the roosting bars just landed on my back and just won't seem to leave. Well, the hens have been practicing in the nest boxes ever since I put them in, but as of the filming of this video, they still hadn't laid any eggs, or up until now. Oh, here we go. Don't mind me, I'm just checking for eggs. Here's the nest box. Oh, would you look at that? 2 little pullet eggs. The very first eggs at Rover's Rest. Well done. Well, the first order of business is to get the flashing in place. At the same time, a local farmer has asked if he can have our hay for his beef cattle. Fine trade, I thought. So I have this beautiful smell of fresh mown hay while I'm working on the roof. Well, good morning, Rovers. It is a nice still morning, virtually no wind. And with no wind, we have, well, mosquitoes, but we can deal with mosquitoes. The last couple of days have been windy. It's been blowing about 40 kilometers an hour. That's about, I would guess, somewhere around 30 miles an hour. And it's just too windy to safely put the metal on the roof. Mrs. Rover was giving me a hand. We did manage to get the metal on the leeward side of the roof put on, but when we started working on the windward side, well, it was just a little too windy, and Mrs. Rover shut the job site down. She's a real trooper, but she's here to help me today, and we're going to finish off the rest of the metal on the roof and hopefully get all the trim work done so that we can install the wall panels later today and tomorrow. Anyway, a lot to do, time to crack on. Lights, camera, action! Terrific. does it look? Tell me which way.
Slightly up if you can.
Slightly up. Yeah. Okay, that's about as far as we can go up.
Okay.
Well, with Mrs. Rover's help, I've got these sheets up on the roof. Now I've already secured the top and the bottom of these sheets, and I'm securing the middle portions to the strapping. Well, now it's time to put the rake flashing on, and as always, don't over tighten these screws because these screws have a little rubber gasket, and if you over tighten it, it'll just break down really fast with the sun, and water will make its way in. Now the last piece of the roof system is to install the ridge cap. Now this is usually in several pieces, so take your time, line them up, and overlap them in a way so that the strong winter winds go over top of the joint rather than get caught under the joint. Take your time, be methodical, and you'll get a pretty respectable finish. And you might also note that the hay has been baled at this point. Every morning, whenever possible, Mrs. Rover and I like to start off with a walk around just our beautiful little homestead. First thing in the morning, Mr. Speckles and his hens are very entertaining. Now it's back to work, and it's time to get the sheathing on the walls. But before you can do that, you have to get the trim work on, and my buddy Brian is here to give me a hand.
Good. Looks good.
There are a lot of little pieces that go into this. There's the drip cap, there's the J channel, the F trim, but you've got to get it all done before you can start putting the metal sheathing on. First one in. Okay, that looks good. I'll get another one in right here. Meanwhile, back in the chicken yard, everything seems to be going pretty well. But inside the hen house, things are not going to plan. Oh my goodness, there's two in there as well. Oh boy. And there are two in there. And two more waiting. Yes, definitely more nest boxes required. Sorry, girls. Meanwhile, back at Rover's depot, well, now that the walls are on, it's time to install the soffit, and my buddy Brian is here to give me a hand. Now, if you kept your building level and square, this goes really fast. Now the final part of the build is installing the fascia. Meanwhile, Mrs. Rover finds a garter snake. Well, the depot is finished, and just in time, because the rains come down. Now, the best way to help Rovers rest is by sharing our videos on your social media. And as always, Rovers, thanks for watching.